Sue, can you outline what are the main solutions available for people who are suffering from debt problems at the moment?
Well, the first thing I would say to anybody is a little bit of self-help. It doesn't do anybody any harm, I think, that once you recognise that you have a problem, or you can see that a problem is looming, is to sit down and effectively take stock of your situation. Look at your finances, look at where perhaps you can make some changes, be it to your budgeting, lifestyle changes even for some of us. And perhaps just seek a little bit of help and guidance to help you do that and do that constructively and be able to identify then where you can actually help yourself. I think in terms of the debt solutions available in the UK, there's a whole raft of solutions available, broadly categorised into formal and informal debt solutions. I mean, if I take the informal debt solutions first, and typically that would involve something like a debt management plan, or indeed, I mean, informal can be an arrangement you have yourself with your creditors in terms of negotiated payment, reduced payments, for instance. A debt management plan is where you actually engage the services again of a debt management company to help you make debt repayments to your creditors over a period of time. With the informal debt solution, however, like the debt management plan, the one thing to be mindful of is that it's not a legally binding arrangement. It's quite flexible both on your part and your creditors, and what that can mean is that you can lose that protection in terms that some of your creditors may decide that they no longer want to continue with the plan, and therefore they can come after you again and chase the debt. The formal debt solution, perhaps the individual voluntary arrangement is one, if I can mention first. That is effectively, again, a debt repayment plan with your creditors. You need to seek help and guidance. Only a qualified licensed insolvency practitioner can help you with that process. And whilst it's very similar to a debt management plan in terms of making typically it'll be a affordable monthly payment, but it's over a realistic period of time and generally will involve an element of debt write-off or debt compromise. But the main difference between individual voluntary arrangement and a debt management plan is that an individual voluntary arrangement is a legally binding arrangement. It does give you certainty in terms of how to plan your finances moving forward for a definite period of time, 5 years, quite typical in the UK. But it does give you protection, and it does give you what I deem to be the debt relief, because it does mean that your creditors are no longer free to pursue you. So they are the sort of a lot of the debt solutions. And finally, we have bankruptcy. Again, that is it's a legal form of debt relief. Once you go bankrupt, then all of your debts are dealt with. It does give you protection from your creditors. But bankruptcy is more, I see bankruptcy as being more of a solution for somebody who cannot offer any form of repayment to their creditors. So very clearly fall into that category of individuals who do not have the ability to do a debt management plan, to do an individual voluntary arrangement, but obviously do need debt relief in some form.
Hi, it's Darren Hughes, creator of DebtAdviceTV.com. As someone who spent a considerable amount of time under the overwhelming pressure and burden of debt, with quite severe anxiety and stress that went through it, one of my biggest regrets was that I didn't seek professional advice early enough. That's why I created Debt Advice TV, so that you can have access to not only great professionals who can offer you good advice, but also understand and care about finding the right help and solutions for you. The video that you've just watched is just one of many videos available at www.debtadvicetv.com. If you want access to the rest of those videos and have the ability to ask those professionals questions, leave comments and interact with getting great advice, then simply just click on debtadvicetv.com in the link in the description underneath this video here now. It'll take you to the registration page where we just ask for your name and an email address just to make sure that you're real. The professionals at debtadvicetv.com are all highly qualified, and more importantly, they care. They understand what you're going through and are there to help you to find the right solution that's available to you. So if you are ready, then you can actually give us a call. You can call us now on 0808 168 9038 and you can speak to one of the team. Thanks so much for watching this video and subscribing to Debt Advice TV's YouTube channel. Take care, but always take action.